Hey everyone, it's your girl Nixie, and we're back in Minecraft. We're going back to my to my creative world. Um, I will go back to my other world in a moment. Now, I'm not doing anything with this. I'm not because I'm still waiting on comments. Granted, by the time I'm recording this video at the time of, the last one being uploaded. So I'm not going to be able to do anything for a few days. And believe me, I am a patient little panda. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. So, why are we here? Remember how I said I was going to build a farm and I haven't built the farm yet? Well, I'm going to build the farm. I built the farm. The barn house, the house, I should say. The farmhouse. Now, I was going to build it there, but then you'd be smelling that more. So I'm going to put it over here. Just to get it out of the way. Just because I want it there. I'll save this for, I don't know, a few rows of houses. I'll put some here, little gap, some here. And then line some up over this area with another gap. Actually, I won't even need a gap. Ah! That's what I hate. I hate when there's that one little random block that's missing. Oh, I hate that. Alright. So, I gotta dump a bunch of this because this is stuff for the other, the mansions. Because I still gotta do the floorings and crud like that. I'm actually gonna leave these here. Alright. So, don't you err at me. Alright. I'm gonna do that. Sorry about the beeping. It keeps it tries to pop up that my keys are stuck, so I stopped that, but now it kind of just beeps and lets me know. Also, if you're wondering why I'm going this way real quick, I got something to show you. So, one of the animals we got are camels. Na 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 na. Sorry. Every time I think of camels, I think of that song Camel by Camel. AKA the Anka Zone. There we go. Alright, so thanks to a YouTuber, I made this. I love the design because it looks like a sandcastle. They did oak fencing and oak buttons. I did mangrove. And I added the extra lights around while they didn't. And they did oak for this. I actually did spruce to make it a little different. And they didn't have a chest here. I did. I also love how the doors don't affect the pathways. Plus, I put up gates here while they didn't because villagers will try to... if I put the chests here, they will try to jump in. And I don't want that. And granted, I could do a second chest up, but I don't want to. So, I did name my camels. And there's multiple ways of spelling this one, but I did this one, Camille. This is Camilla. And this is Camillo. Yes, I named Camillo after Camillo from Encanto. And he has the bigger pen because he's a boy. And boys tend to be a little more rough. And I don't want to put him with any of the girls. Like next to. Camilla, because that would be the female name for Camillo. And Camille. Because, well, it kind of matches. It's got the same meaning. Camille, Camilla, Camillo. So, if I had a fourth one, I would have also had it be a girl named Camellia. Camellia, chamomile. Now, there wasn't enough for hay bales without them like trying to jump over and getting over. So, what I did. Oh, don't you roll me, Camille. I just put beehive, or not beehives, like, you know, the little bee nests that look like the dressers. Here, hold on. This. Yeah, they are beehives. So I did that for here, and then put the frame with this, because now it looks like a barrel of hay in the floor. And I could have done a hay bale. Oh, will you girls stop? But I decided not to. Yeah, so cool. Alright, and then stairs, so you could get up here. And they did have this, like, blocked off, like, or not blocked off, but they didn't have this here. But I'm like, you could still get over. You just gotta watch that step. Camilla's head poke through. But you can do anything you want. You can add more storage up here and stuff. I just chose not to. And here are my piggies. I leave the den open. I should put like a mud pile in here, but I didn't. And my goat pen, I removed the trap doors, but I did leave Invisiblocks. But the reason why you have to block it off is goats can jump up to nine blocks high. Cows. Moo-moos, mushrooms, brown mushrooms. Mushrooms and cows. And my llamas. And they're all wearing carpets. Oh. Sorry about that. The reason why they have names like this is they're supposedly Native American names. And I thought that would be kind of cool to have. You know? Anyway. Back to where I was going. Also, they did update these stupid, lightning rods. There we go. They will catch the blocks on fire if they're flammable. So now they have to have, like, metal or something like that underneath them. Which is more annoying. Like, if I put this one here, it's not going to work out. If I put it here, which Yeah, it's a whole block. I can put it there or there, and it'll be fine. And also, TSMC was the one that built this. I think he did the Burger King as well. I know he did the McDonald's, the Up House, the cemetery, and the church. I don't remember who did the Shark House, but the boat was totally me. So, all right, let's get back to this. Now, I'm not going to do the whole show you how to do the build because this is going to be someone else's build. But I will show you like part of the progress. And yes, this will be edited. Like, I will be pausing and doing it and then unpausing because I have to watch the tutorials because I can't remember how to do this. But it will be there and I will return momentarily. Hey y'all. Okay, so this is how I got it. I'm gonna have it like this, facing this way. Why? Well, the last time I had it facing here. I don't think I should face it this way just because I want to have a little more room. But to be fair, it's like, I think it's the same either way. So it's basically 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. It's 15 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, by 21. I mean, I could have it facing that way. I'm just going to have it facing this way, though, because I don't want to face it that way. And when I do my block house here, like I did before, it's going to face this way, so the barn in there can face. Actually, I might not do the block house up here this time. I might do a small little house here, or just like a couple small houses there. You guys think I should do my block house here, that 6 block? I mean, I had it here before and it was fine. But do you think I should do something different? Like add a little cottage or something? Maybe another, excuse me, another type of garden, but instead of a farm garden, it's a garden. Why don't you comment below and let me know? Ooh, stomach cramp. Yeah, sorry y'all, I'm getting cramps today. Pretty bad ones. And it's not past, but it's minor. Now I got this bad habit of putting things, like my builds, right up against the wall part here. But I think here is fine. Like a little emptiness. But as you noticed, the end here lines up with the end here. Not with this end. Yeah, my OCD does not like me, like, making things a little weird. So I could do 2 of the block houses here if they're, like, if they'll both fit. But the problem is, it takes 6 wood. I'll only have 5 when I'm done with one of them. So it'll have a repeat of 2. And I'm thinking either do an original Like, do the original house one with all the original woods, and then do the other one with two of the same ones. Basically two bamboos, because it has different floor patterns. But since it's supposed to be stripped, I can't really do that. Well, I mean, well, no, I couldn't. So, if I did one with the original woods and I did the other, the only one that would have the door is the steel. So, I would have to have it be two of the same wood. Now, if I do it in this area, should I do it spruce? Because one here, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so, actually. Oh, for goodness sakes, no. Why does it do that? Dude! Oh my god, I hate that. Alright, so this is what I mean by the stripped. So, it would be that. Like, this is going to be weird as it is. Because it's supposed to be, like, stripped wood. You know? Not really logs, just... Here, hold on. Be this, oh. This, this. And it would be oak, spruce, birch, jungle, dark oak, and acacia for the original. And then the other ones would be these ones. Then I would do the bamboo, which is going to be a little weird because with the bamboo, it would turn out like this. Like, this part's normal, but then it would turn out like that with the edges. Which is why you try to do the wood, like, instead of that. So, I love the sound of that. If I did do this, should I do bamboo? And if I did do this, if I did this bamboo, I would only have to do the one. But if I don't do the bamboo, I'd have to copy two of these. If I did copy two, I would probably do the spruce and the dark oak just to darken it up a little. But if I did go with the bamboo, even though it doesn't have the wood like the smooth edges, what should I what other one would I go for? Like, my preference would either be dark oak or spruce, most likely spruce, because over here, spruce forest. Or should I do classic oak? It all depends, you know what I mean? Or should I not follow their guide on the wood and mix and match? Like, mix two of them with the other two. Or do an odd expansion. because this would be technically 4 other woods if I don't count the bamboo. So I could just have it be a 10 wide instead of a 6 wide. And then this would be the tough one though. Because if there's 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top, well, yeah. Well, yeah, and I could do it because then it would be 5 on the bottom, 5 on the top. And it just gives me a couple extra rooms. And it's not that bad of a pattern. It's an easy pattern. Why don't you guys let me know what you think? Should I stick with... Here, hold on. Okay, so this is the farm I'm doing. By Zapixel. I'm trying to think of... No. Modern Mansion. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Jungle. Bridge. Starter. Medieval starter. Starter. Where the fudge did it go? Here we go. I said pause video. So, obviously I would have to do the inside different on some of them. Which is why I'm a little nervous on doing another one. Like, this is what it looks like as a 3. Should I do it as a, like, with 6 of them? Should I do it 5 by 5? Or should I do 2 separate houses and copy 1 or 2 of the same woods? This is already a big house. It's already going to be like 7 by 18. And they have the different they have different materials. Yeah, I had made that before and I had to like, because my thing got lost, it had to be remade. So do you think I should follow this? Like, do it exactly like that and then do a second one? Or do a 5 by 5? I mean, I could do it either way. It's just weird. Because, sorry, I'm just really hungry. just because of how it is. So, it just depends on what, I guess it just depends on what it is. Like, how it goes. So, I mean, even if I decide to just do naturals, I could just do 2 of them. But the problem is, it would be 4 in the bottom, 4 in the top, and I wouldn't know which one with the middle one would for entering. And I could do them on top, but it would kind of be weird, like it would be missing one in the middle. And I don't want to do a fusion one. So, I'll let y'all decide. Anyway, I got my layout. Oh, mama and baby. Excuse me. Alright, so I got mommy and baby there. And I have my materials. So, here we go. Alright. This will be this. That'll be that. And I shall return. Okay, so you gotta dig for the floor and for there. I accidentally hit 1 block down. That's gonna happen. Also, while I'm doing this, in the background, sorry, I just looked and I have no drink. My Fanta is empty. Anyway, in the background, I'm actually watching and listening at the same time while doing this to a movie called Julie and Julia. I think it's what it's called. Yeah, Julie and Julia. I've been interested in this. It's on Tubi for free, but I only have 5 days. This is going to be posted on October 1st, so that's probably going to be the last day y'all will be able to watch it for free, with ads, obviously, but, you know, free is free. But I've been kind of interested in watching it. It's about a girl who doesn't know how to cook. Like, absolutely does not know anything about it. And ruins dishes. And she watches the other one on TV with cooking lessons and stuff. So, now I do like watching cooking shows and stuff, but I can't follow it because I have to not only watch, but I have to repeat over and over sometimes. But I would, like, I definitely gotta, like, spruce up on my cooking. Ah, get it? Spruce? Accidental joke. But no, I'm being serious. I do have to ship shape on my cooking. I'm not a bad cook. I just haven't really cooked meals for others lately. Usually myself, sometimes my mom, so yeah. Now that I got a girlfriend, I gotta step up my game. Because if the time ever comes, like, I love this girl. I do. I would do just about anything for her. If the time comes, like, I shouldn't say if, I should say when. But I still say if the time ever arises for I should say when, because it most likely will happen, but I have a bad thing of jinxing myself. It ever comes to living together, then marriage, yeah, I really got to step up the cooking. So, all right, and I shall return. Alrighty, so floor is spruced and ready to go. Oh, I'm Mr. Cow. Or technically you would be Miss Cow because, well, udders. And, but things don't really have genders here. Oh, hey, Mr. Wanderer. What do you got for me today? Okay, let me go put some stuff back and I shall trade with you. I technically don't need it. I know this. But I like to trade with the Wanderer because he offers me good things. And the more you trade with him, the better the things. Now I know I'm in creative mode. I don't have to. And I know I don't technically have to, but I like to. Because it's interesting and fun. Plus, I still get experience. There you go. Thank you. I mean, this guy works really hard. He works harder than any of the other villagers. He travels to get this stuff. You know? The very least we could do is trade with him. Dude, are you still in the boat? Right, they can't get out of the boat, can they? I think that's why I never put a boat there. Or that, or I just had it hanging. Okay. Gonna fix. Trying to figure this out. Huh? Are you kidding? It will go through the trapdoors. Fine. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Okay. Well, the only bad thing is... Actually, hold on. No. If I do that... Yeah. I might be able to if I do it this way. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This'll... Alright. Well, I could do it. At least there it's fine. And then I'll just replace the cobweb with a different spot. Like right here, how I originally thought. And there we go. Not the greatest. I just don't want to put this, like, the stuff down, like, add the slabs here. Because I think doing a full block is a little dumb. Honestly, I could have went one up. But I didn't want to. This shall do. That'll do. That'll do. And Zay can roam around again. Alright. Now that I'm done being distracted, time to get back to work. BRB. Okay, so I'm starting to watch this and, well, I think I got a bit wrong. Not the build. The build is fine. I mean the movie. Apparently the girl, Julie, can cook, and she's a good cook. She follows Julia's cookbook and makes a blog about it. That's not what they showed in the commercials. In the commercials for this, it showed that Julie could not cook, and she follows Julia's cookbooks and stuff to try and become a good cook. That was not what the trailer stated. Like, well, that's what the trailer stated, and the trailer was wrong. But she's doing this blog because Julie is turning 30 and she wants to do something with her life. Man, I hate that I can kind of relate with this. I do. And speaking of cooking, I have to write down my recipe for all my recipes. Okay, it's not many recipes, but I definitely have to write down my recipe for brownie mix. Like, I make the best brownies in the world. And I've had people who don't like sweets, not very fond of sweets, enjoy these brownies. I've had I've had people like enjoy my sweets. Like I made these chocolate covered strawberry cupcakes. Oh, they were so great. Now, the reason why I made it was this coworker's birthday. Like a few years ago. She moved to New York City. I don't know if she's in Queens or in Brooklyn. I can't remember which area. But if she's ever watching this, which I doubt, but if she ever sees this, you know, I miss her. She was one of the best guards I ever worked with. She really was. Anyway, like, I worked with a few guards, and I don't want to say all of them, but most of them, I love them. Like, I took them under my wing as supervisor, and yes, a lot of them were older than me too, but I loved them. And even with the older ones, I still, like, older and younger, I still had respect for them until they messed up. And then I would have to reprimand them, and then still try to be respectful to a point. I think the only one I lost respect for was this 19-year-old I had working for me. And yeah, that was it. Anyway, she liked strawberry cupcakes. Like, she loved strawberry cake. So I thought chocolate covered strawberries. So I made strawberry cupcakes, but I made this creamy chocolate frosting. And I whipped it on top. Like, not like slathered it. No, I put it in the baggy tube and whipped it around. You know, making it look all fancy and all that. And it was, it was thick enough to stay on there. Then I took strawberries, sliced each strawberry in, I took the tops off, sliced them in half, and then did little partial slices to fan them open on each one. Add a little chocolate drizzle on them, like on the like both the strawberries and the frosting, and then added cocoa shavings, the bitter one, so it wouldn't be too sweet. It would balance out. And these things look almost like it came straight from one of those fancy bakeries. Like, I poured everything into not only making it taste good, but look good as well. And, well, I gave her half a dozen. The other half dozen I kept for, well, I actually made 2 dozen. I gave her like half a dozen and then had the rest to give out to people at my job. She thought they looked gorgeous, like almost too gorgeous to eat. And I still have a picture of these on Facebook. So she took a bite of one when she got home. Like, when she got home, she wasn't really in a hungry mood that day, and plus I was relieving her. So she went home and ate one of them, and her boyfriend ate one as well, or ex-boyfriend, I should say. And she came back the next day, and her and I were working the next day, and she's like, I don't like chocolate covered strawberries. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know, I'm so sorry. And she's like, let me finish. I don't like chocolate covered strawberries. But you made this taste like chocolate covered strawberries without tasting like chocolate covered strawberries. And I don't know how you did it, but I'm in love with those cupcakes. So, and I had also made her my brownie too. And she took one of my brownies because I gave her a big piece. And she crumbled some of it up to have with ice cream, and she loved it. And what I also did with the cupcakes was I did strawberry cupcakes, but I added diced strawberries in there to give it a little more of a strawberry flavor, you know? Make it stronger without it being too strong. And yes, I could have done the oil mix or whatever. You guys know what I mean if you've ever baked or anything, or seen Is It Cake or Nailed It or any baking thing. Extract, there we go. And I didn't have any, and I didn't know where to get any. I just used strawberries, make it a little more natural, and technically it's somewhat healthy because strawberries. So she loved it, and yeah, I love cooking and I love baking. Cooking is an art. Even if you mess up, you can still make something new from it. Baking is a science. While it's artistic with decorating, it comes down to a science. You cannot do even a pinch more than what you're supposed to. Like, if you add a pinch more sugar, it's going to end up too sweet. If you use the wrong kind of chocolate, it's going to taste weird. If you're going, well, maybe not. Just depends. If you add too much of the extract, it's going to be way too strong. Yeah, I mean, you cannot mess up because when you're baking it, you're not supposed to taste it. I taste the batter because I still, I know raw egg, salmonella. Let me get salmonella over tasting. You know? It'll be fine. But most of the time, I do that with the brownies because when I do brownies, it does, I can't be exact all the time. Like, with the recipe I go with, if I have to be able to balance it. So I can't do too many scoops of one thing and do too much splash of another, because then I have to balance it out without overpowering the chocolate. Anyway, I will get back to this in a moment. So, BRB. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so, you want to do this, and then you want to do this. I should add lights in here to not spawn anything. But I am lazy. Also, Zay Pixels, who was the one that did this barn here, that I got the inspiration from. Followed her video. Uses wool for the walls. I don't like wool for walls. It's a weird texture. Now, some people will do the mushroom stems, because it's got the texture, but without the wooliness. Here. Let me distract for a moment. And let me be distracted. And I wish to show. Now, don't know if y'all remember what's behind this white wall. Or blue wall, I mean. Blue. Not white. Blue. So, right here. The Mario house. Which, yes, you will have to go in the pipe to get through there. TSMC does this as well. And he uses that. I did the brick. Some people do the terracotta. I did the actual brick because brick. I used quartz for this. And I believe he did too. I I don't remember if he used normal white blocks or wool, but I went with this, the mushrooms, because it's got the right cloud texture without it being wool and still really good. Also, I made this a long while ago. And I never tethered down the frogs. So the frogs are kind of just roaming freely, and I don't care. Ah! What are you doing in there? Get out. Get out. Get out. And yeah, it has the day and night, like that block in there. So it could stop running as well. And this took a while to make. But I love it. Froggy. Froggy, froggy, froggy. And this is annoying. Like, this was annoying to make. And yeah, this one sticks out a little, but I am not fixing it because every time I go to try to fix it, I ruin something. Do you know how long it frickin' took for me to get this right? When you're on bedrock, for frickin' ever. Anyway. That's why some people, if they go with the wool walls, that's their choice. I just don't think wool on walls is great. Unless you're doing like a tapestry thing. You know, a tapestry design, then yeah, go for it. Personally, I don't like it. Again, unless I'm doing a tapestry type thing. So I did white terracotta instead. To give it a creaminess without it being overly white. And I don't do the concrete because the concrete is too bold. And if I do the powder, then to me it's just too powdery. So I went with white terracotta. Again, creamy feel. You know? You can go with... Here, hold on. I'm gonna do white tear, like the white. So this is, I'm gonna do something real quick. This is what the wall would look like as white wool. See? That's what it would be like. And while that does look cool, I don't like using wool. Again, not for that. For carpets and sometimes even ceilings, yeah. But not for that. Now, this is what I mean by the concrete. Like, the solid and the powder. See, while the powder looks cool, it's still too powdery for me, and the white's too solid. Now for... I mean, I could do the whole house in white shulker boxes. See what I mean? Like the cubiness of it. And yes, I know cubiness is not a word. But it's the only thing I can think of. But it also is weird at the same time. So, plus, that's how you get your... If you have anything stored in there, that's how you get your stuff stolen. I don't want to do glass, and I'm not doing that because, like the glazed, because the glaze is just too much. Now, again, you can do the mushroom thing. I would not recommend snow unless you were in a cold area. There's two things you could do. You could do calcite, which has too much of a fancy marble feel. But if you ever want to do marble floors, that's like the best thing to do. It just feels too rich, you know? Like high class. Trying to think of another one that would here. Some people would do... Wow, that actually has a nice sound to it. Which, you know, you could do fossils with this stuff. But this would be like the texture you get. And that's okay. I just don't like the bone meal blocks don't actually constantly make gardens grow if you put them underneath. But, like the bone blocks, but I do like the fact that you could do fossils with them. Now, the final thing, I know I'm being a pain, I'm really sorry everyone. But this is what I was talking about. Oops. Oh well. This is what this would look like. It still gives you the same texture close to what the wool would have. And just makes it a little more unique. You know? And normally I would normally I would go with that. You know, that would be cool to have. But I'm going to stick with the terracotta mainly because I already put it on. And I like the terracotta, but I can always do this build again somewhere else. And do the this again. So, alright, now that I've constructed enough, I shall return with a second floor and maybe even a roof on it. Hey y'all, I'm just doing this part and I got to a part where Julie has to try and truss I'm trying to think what it was. Like truss chicken with chicken liver and cream cheese, which does not sound great at all. But is that New Wanderer or is that the same? New Wanderer. Okay, cool. I could play this. I could be distracted for a bit. So, in the movie, she like spoiler alert, she drops the chicken in the her filling spills out all over the floor, and she starts having a meltdown and crying. And honestly, I find this both funny and relatable. Why? Damn it. Because I experienced something similar. What do you mean? So what I ended up doing was I was making my brownies, but couple years ago. So what ended up happening? What ended up happening was I got this Betty Crocker cake pan thing, okay? If any of you remember the old commercials, there was this dome that you could buy, and it had the carved out middle for fillings. And I thought, great, I could do like a type of lava cake with the brownies. Spoiler alert, they never tell you that this thing could break very easily, no matter what you do with it. And my mom says I overfilled it. I don't think I overfilled it. I have the habit of overfilling, but I don't think I did. I genuinely don't. Anyway. Oh, right, I put it in here. So so I was already taking it out and it was kind of crumbling a little, but I'm like, okay, I could do this. I could totally do this. Well, my dear viewers and listeners, I did not do this. So what ended up happening was I filled it up a little and then I put it together and it was okay at first. Like a little bit leaked around, no problem, I could clean it up. I had like a type of chocolate sauce frosting filling thing. Great. It worked out, like, it was fine. Well, it was fine until it wasn't fine. I looked away, and when I looked back, the side had busted open, and it was spilling out like lava before it could even be cut open. And if any of you have ever seen Liar Liar, when he gets pulled over by the cop and lists off the stuff, and when the cop says, "Is that all?" and he's like, "I also have unpaid parking tickets," and he opens his glove compartment, he goes, yeah. I made that exact sound when I saw that. I was like, and I panicked. So I'm trying to scoop what I can up from, like, dripping from the plate and the plate itself back to the thing and, like, slathering it around and everything. And I'm trying to clean up and all that, which, of course, it gets on my dog. My mom thinks my dog ate it. And no, she didn't. I made sure she didn't eat it, but it still spilt on the back of her neck. I had to pay for an emergency vet bill because my mom over panicked. Yes, chocolate is very poisonous to dogs. But I am extremely cautious when it comes to baking in the kitchen with my dog under my feet all the dang time. Anyway, so after that little mishap, I'm like, forget it. It won't have, the filling's gone, so whatever. And I try to push the thing together. I'm leaving that stuff around, and what I end up doing is putting it onto into the container part that I was transporting it in, which I was transporting it in a giant portable salad bowl with the plastic ones with the lids. Put the thing on the lid and put the bowl over it so it was carryable. Slathered it on top, pushed it together. I didn't even bother frosting it like I was planning on. I was planning on using frosting and icing. Didn't even bother. Just pushed it together, lathered it around, put the salad bowl together, and bada bing, bada boom, I transported it to Corgi Wargi for his birthday. And that's the end of my story. I don't know. I just thought that scene reminded me of that, and I thought y'all would get, I don't know, a mini kick out of it. Because that shows the reality of, yes, this can happen. And it's reality. And I love that. You know, I do. So, I just thought it was an interesting story to share. You know, that basically we all screw up. And it depends on what you can do with the screw up. On the plus note, yes, the brownie cake mishap was a little messy. But he really enjoyed it. Like, he loves those brownies to where I make them for him once every year. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back. Wow, I didn't realize I was recording for like over an hour. I am very sorry, everyone. I don't like recording for that long. Not for any bad reason, it's just I know some people prefer shorter videos over longer, you know? But again, I'm also talking, so maybe it's not that bad. I also don't know if they went with oak for the roof or spruce, but I did oak. Someone in the comments of the video said they went with birch, which is fine. I just went with oak for diversity. Also, I'm only going to be able to do 15 more minutes of this. So, let's see what I could get done in 15 minutes out of... well, I only have like 21 more minutes of this. So... Oops. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this, but we shall see. I know there's supposed to be a staircase going here, so I'm wondering what's gonna happen. So I shall return momentarily. Okay, so judging by the texture they did for the roof, they did go with spruce. But that's okay. We're just gonna have like two colors. Because I had changed it from spruce to oak, and I like the oak better. So, we're just not changing the inner parts. I prefer to leave it like this. It's going to look a little odd with two colors, but that's fine. I mean, two colors is not like the end of the world. It's not. It really isn't, and I like it. I mean, I think I had done spruce roof before, but I like the oak. Again, it gives it a little more diversity and texture. So, we're going to stick with it. Alright, I got 5 more minutes in my little... 4 more minutes in my little time thing. But not a bad view. I mean, granted, there's going to be a big house here. Unless you want me to put the house there. Like that 6-block thing or whatever. Maybe I should put a little cottage there and have it be like the workers' little guest home. And then do something like a couple small parts there and over there. Maybe. My mind is rattling and rattling. And yeah, like the different color is like throwing me off. It really, truly is. But I'm not going back and fixing it. It'll be too much time. Okay, so I don't know why she didn't like close that off. Maybe there is a reason, but I'm doing that for now. So that looks like spruce, and yes, you will see the difference between Actually, here's what I could do about that. Because maybe the door will be right here. I don't know. Problem solved. And yes, this upper part will be slightly annoying unless I go like that. Which I might actually end up doing. Let's see what she does real quick. Ah, oui. Yeah, it's all in a spruce, but that's okay. I'm doing oak. And I like it. Hmm. Actually, no. If it was going to be cut off like that before, I'm going to stick with spruce. Spruce walling. Again, texture thing. And my time is just about up. I'm going to have to finish this either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow because actually, yeah, most likely tomorrow. But until then, I love you guys and girls and non-binaries, and I love everyone on here, okay? I do. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting, everything. Just keep being you, okay? Heck, I'll even accept dislikes if you don't like something. You know, criticized comments, anything. I don't mind. Thank you. And everyone have a nice day or night or whatever time it is where you are. Bye.